really excited because I placed a bid on eBay for this new thing that I'm gonna do, and then I went and visited a little bit. So I got to tell you the story, but super excited. So first, let me show you. Today, I picked up my very first mold. This is a ceramic mold. This is a vintage Christmas tree. I don't know if you guys can see in there, but essentially that's going to turn out to be one of those ceramic Christmas trees. I'm really, really excited about it. I saw these at Hobby Lobby last year, and these trees like really intrigued me. So I bought one, but sometimes when you buy ceramics from like a hobby shop like a Michael's or what have you, and you go to try to fire them in the kiln, like they'll slump really bad. Like I don't know what kind of clay they're using. Something cheap, obviously. That's why they can sell those for so cheap. Anyway, so I got really intrigued and I tried it out, and these trees were awesome. I had two of them. I got two of them. I tried to go back to Hobby Lobby and buy more, but they were sold out of these trees, and I was so bummed. But I tried them out with these glazes, and I'll get into an episode of that later. But they just came out fantastic. So I did a show at work. We do it every year. It's called our Holiday Bazaar. I did a show at work, and within 2 hours, both of those trees were sold. And I was like, wow, well, I need to get into the tree making business because there's something here. So then kind of after those puppies are so expensive, right? And so I just kind of started to watch some reels, and I started following Sunroom Ceramics. Shout out to you if you're out there, watching along. But really, really excited about just the idea of learning how to do the slipcast molds. So I ended up posting on Facebook Marketplace, hey, in search of any molds, Christmas, Halloween, etc., so on, just let me know if you have anything out there, and then I went on a search diatribe. Like I went through Etsy, I went through eBay, I was on Facebook, just in Facebook, trying to look for molds and come up with some stuff. I talked to a lady in Erie, Pennsylvania, talked to somebody in Georgia, talked to somebody in Tennessee, and, was just trying to understand a little bit more about all these molds that were out there for sale. And then randomly, a wonderful person just messaged me out of the blue on Marketplace and said, hey, I've got some molds if you're interested, give me a call. 15 minutes from me. And I was like, yeah. So I called this individual, and we just bought like 1,000 molds, something like that, like a whole garage worth of molds. So that's pretty exciting. Christmas trees included, Halloween, like a lot of things. So I'm pretty pumped about that. It's obviously there's snow on the ground here right now, so no opportunity to kind of go pick them up. And of course, he's getting out of the business, so just looking to sell them off. So I got molds for days. So content for days, but ultimately I am so pumped about this acquisition. Like this is going to be huge for me. Number one, because I always like doing different things and learning different things. It's just kind of how I roll. But ultimately it's just some other avenue for me to play with in the trees, like being able to do these trees. Like I am really pumped about that. So you have your traditional trees, and then you have the trees I'm kind of thinking of. And just a little bit about me, like truthfully, I love ceramics and I love everything about them. But in college, we were kind of limited on the brightness of the glazes that we had. And maybe I'll tell that story a little bit later on. But ultimately, I was in the browns and the blues and some whites and things like that. But ultimately, I love color. I just love this color, which is why I'm so excited about these new underglazes, because of the color pop that they have. So a lot of times when you get high fire, like the pinks will burn out, and the reds and so on and so forth. So you'll get these color burnouts, and I don't want that. I want these rich colors and bright colors. So I'm pumped. I'm absolutely pumped. I've got a couple of things lined up to really share with you all, and kind of show you how things are done, or how I do things. They may be the right way, they may not be the right way. Just going to put that out there for all the people that, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And but I'm also willing to learn. So if you've got some good ideas, or if you see me struggling on the channel and want to give me some advice, I'm here for it. Like I really am. So, oh, and one more thing. Where's it at? Like I'm literally in a tiny space, which I'm going to go through one day, but hold on. I'm going to show you all this too. Anyway, so I got this little mold. Really pumped about it. It is little duckies. They're duckies. So they're little rubber duckies. Oh, so pumped. Here's why I'm pumped. First of all, I'm a Jeep girl through and through. Could you imagine, like, right next to the glaze that you have, you just have a little ducky? I mean, they're tiny. They're like the size of little ducks, right? Like, this is a handheld thing. But yeah, I'm going to make all these little duckies. And this will be like my little practice for making bigger molds and learning all that now that I have thousands of molds. But I'm really pumped about the little ducks. So lots to do in the studio this year. I've got a lot of great ideas. I always have a lot of great ideas. That's a problem. It's a problem for me at work. It's a problem for me at home, especially in the studio. But that's where I work a lot of that stuff out. So it makes sense. But ultimately, really excited about what I'm going to be doing this year. It's a little bit different. Like I love throwing. It's very cathartic, but for probably the past, I don't know, 6 or 7 years, I've been throwing the same things, like the same mugs, the same designs, the same things. And just want to kind of try something new and get into some new stuff. That is the journey, and I'll be back with you guys here in just a few. All right, well, welcome to episode 2. It's good to have you guys back. If you're coming back, you may not be, but today this is going to be a new video, and we are going to try to pour our very first Slipcast mold. This particular mold is one I bought from Finest Molds on Etsy. This is the rubber ducky. You can see, so there's 2 of them in there. So really, really excited about that. This will be the first time I've ever poured a Slipcast mold. So again, this channel is all about experimentation and trying things out. From what I have seen online, this is something that you want to make sure you have these rubber bands really nice and tight, so that way it doesn't break apart and there's a good seal. So I'm putting these rubber bands here on this. And then the first we're going to try is the Cone 06 slip. I got 2 boxes of slip. I got the Cone 06 and the Cone 6, and we're going to do both. But the reason we're going to do both is because I have a lot of Cone 6 glazes and not so many Cone 06 glazes. However, a lot of the things that I want to glaze and just kind of try out, sometimes they come in Cone 06. So I think it's good to experiment with both, but making sure that you have them labeled properly so you don't mix those up. Because Cone 06 will either melt or explode in your kiln if you make it too hot. And so we have to be careful about that. So got these rubber bands on this mold here. I am going to mix up my slip, get the camera ready so you guys can kind of see this process happen as I am also doing it. And then I'm going to dump out some slip into a pitcher, a small tiny measuring cup. From what I've seen, we'll fill these up and we'll let them sit for about 30 minutes. Once we let them sit for about 30 minutes, we'll come undo the mold and I'll bring you guys along for it. So again, I really am not sure how this is going to go, what it's going to do, but you're going to come along and we're going to find out together. So see you in a bit. Okay, fam, I went ahead and I stirred up my slip. This is the Cone 06 slip, and we're going to pour it into our little duck molds. We'll see how this goes. Again, first timer here. Honestly, I feel like this looks a little thick. Get it in there. Tap it down a little bit. I'm almost positive this is a little thick. So all right, so from what I've seen, you pour it in there and you let it sit for about 30 minutes, coming back and checking on it periodically. And as you check on it, if you see like a dip in it, you may have to fill it back up. But we will let that sit for about 30 minutes. And then we will dump the extra back in here and keep that upside down in an effort to do that. So I have a trick on how we're going to do that, and we'll keep it upside down and then we'll release it tomorrow morning. I got this puppy off the internet, and we're going to do this one too because it just kind of seems silly to waste your time, and I like to go big and go or go home. So we're going to go ahead and pour the rest of the slip into this to start. This is again that cone 06 slip. We're going to need a heck of a lot more of that. Let me get some more. All right, here we go. Almost there. I think I'm going to need another. So as you can see, I'm using this. I'm really just using this to try to get bubbles out. Because again, this is a big mold. Make sure it's all in place. Do that with my little duckies too. You can see already these duckies, look. See how that's kind of coming down in there? Just want to make it. You also notice that I am working on a blue silicone mat. So the reason for that is because I want to make sure I pick up this glaze and get it back in the bucket. I don't want to waste this stuff. You know, this stuff does cost money. So now that I've got that done, I have this big guy. You can tell the Christmas tree. I believe this is the Noel's 1341 Christmas tree from 1977. Again, I bought this on Etsy just to kind of try it out. It doesn't have the base. I noticed that the base is online for the money. So we are going to let this sit for 30 minutes. We're going to let our duckies sit for 30 minutes so we have both. And then after we're done letting those sit, we will dump them back in. And one thing, if there are any Slipcast potters out there, it'd be good to know, like, do you just dump it back into your existing slip? I think you do, you know, but then obviously keeping that open all night is going to dry out your slip. So, like, how do you reconstitute it? Like, is it, like, I know the thickness that glazes are typically supposed to be, but what are the thicknesses of slip supposed to be? This stuff seems pretty thick from what I've seen, so just curious how it'll work or what have you. Anybody want to edit my videos for me for free? Oh, I don't even know how to do it yet. That's why we experiment, because we're going to figure it out. So with those experiments, we learn. Okay, so I went ahead and I set up my bucket here, and I wanted to make sure that I had everything I needed. So I got these shelves, and typically what I'll do is I'll paint some of my other kind of crafty stuff on them, but it'll be perfect for this. So they're strong enough that they'll be able to hold this mold, and definitely this one. But what we'll do is when we're ready, this is my slip bucket, my cone 06 slip here, and we will go ahead and turn those over and let them drip. So again, that's in about 30 minutes. So a little bit going on. Also, as you can tell, I switched over to a different apron. I feel like I'll try to leave that one pretty clean and only deal with that one with glaze, not so much the clay. But my studio is small. It's very, very small, and makes it difficult. I'll probably get better with age, but for right now, that's what I got, and that's kind of how things are going. So I'm going to clean up a little bit of the clay mess that I have, and then I'll be able to come back down with a fresh bucket of water. The bucket of water over there on my wheel has all of the glaze particles and everything like that from Christmas, from what we just did. So I really need to rinse it out before I start mixing in any type of clay matter, because you'll want to save that, right? You want to save whatever you can. So I've got a reclaim bucket for my dark clay. I've got a reclaim bucket for my white clay, which is the clay that I typically throw in. And then we'll also, we'll reclaim as much of the slip as we can. The key is that you cannot mix the 06 clay and the 6 clay. I mean, I've done it thinking no big deal, naive, many years ago, and everything bubbled and blistered in the kiln. And if it doesn't bubble or blister, it's blowing up, or it's collapsing on you and making a hot mess. So, it's really important that we keep those things separate. So I'll have a clean bucket for the 06, and I'll have a cleaning bucket for the 6. And then we'll make sure to keep those separate. What I'm going to do with these little duck molds is these are going to be my little glaze trials. I'm going to definitely use them to test glazes, test under glazes. I just think it'd be a cute method, compared to, I think I've showed you this before. And so now I can't find it naturally. Oh, here it is. But I did these before, like just the little glaze chips. I mean, they're great, because you can kind of see the break of the stamp there. So they're great, but at the same time, like, I don't make flat things. So this was flat in a kiln. It kind of warped and all that. I don't make flat things. I make things that stand up, and I kind of want to see how that's going to drip down. And I'd rather play around with something that's a little bit more vertical. Okay, what's up? So I ended up re-pouring these. That slip was way too thick. So did a little bit of research last night after realizing that was probably too thick, and then again taking them out this morning and seeing that they were just not even dripping. That you want your slip to be the texture of heavy cream. And so I redid that with my husband's help in a drill of the DeWalt variety, and I recast these. Had them sit for another 30 minutes, and already I think that result is much better. And then here's our beast. Also, I noticed that with doing it like we did, ooh, it's heavy when it's full. That more comes out the top, so you can see that there. Definitely. Oh, let me get that up there. So we definitely have a little bit of some extra that comes out the top, so you can see that there. So I need to remember that the next time, and just make sure to put that, seal that. I've seen people seal it, so we'll have to do the same, because there's a big puddle over here. I mean, luckily it stopped itself up, so that's good. But I also think I'll probably end up getting some tighter rubber bands. These are clearly a little bit, rusted isn't the word. Dried out. I think dried out is the right word. And then put one here at the top. These are just, honestly, they're just too loose to really even matter. It's almost like a loose hair tie, if you will. But yeah, those are all set. And so we're gonna let them set overnight. Oh, sorry for shaking the whole table. We'll let them set overnight. And then we'll pull them tomorrow. And we'll see what we got. And if we're successful, then we'll do it a couple more times. I'd love to use this slip. And then just showed you before, this is the little ducky. And he's really super cute. So super thick on the inside. I don't know if I'm showing you that right, but just very, very thick on the inside. So you can see that. See the difference in how he didn't drain. It looks like there is enough of a hole up there, so we should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and keep him for the little ducks, but I did not keep the Christmas tree. There was no way I was keeping that one. So I'll keep this guy too. I've already kind of cleaned up their little seams around their heads, and I'll clean those up a little bit more too, but I think they're good for now. So yeah, we are all set. Gonna let these dry out, do their thing overnight, and then we'll take them out tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get to show you guys a successful cast on those. pretty pumped. This Christmas tree looks awesome. It's just too thick. So again, looks awesome, a little bit too thick. We'll get that done, and then I think I want to make a couple more. Finally figured out that consistency thing. I did a little bit of research on what consistency your slip cast is supposed to be. So I was able to cast these 2 Noel trees. Pretty excited about it. The second one looks a lot better than the first. The first one is like completely dry. So we're gonna go with it. Hope you guys can see those. I think so. This one I decided not to do the top, but this one I think they're good for now. So yeah, we are all set. And I'll probably honestly keep this tree as my 06 tree, and just basically cast this one as an 06 underglaze tree. It depends. I'm not sure yet. I've got a lot more molds coming, so really not sure what I'm going to do with them, because you can see I'm kind of busted in at the seams here, but hopefully there's some things afoot that will allow that to change here shortly too. But yeah, for now, the Noel 1341 Christmas tree is currently cast, so we'll see what happens there. And then we also have our little duck mold from Linus Molds that we're just going to give us this little guy. Just so stinky. He's adorable. All right, talk to you soon.